to Biz Chicks TV. We're here to help you take the hassle out of your hustle so you can build a profitable business that's fun to run. Here are your hosts.
Hello, everyone. I'm Terralina, and I'm here with my co-host, Coach Caren Fern, all the way from Toronto, Canada. She's in the house, and we are going to be talking about bringing those profits in daily. So I hope you've got your pen and pencil ready because Coach Karen's always got something profitable to share. Coach, what are we talking about today?
Today, we're talking about what do you want for your year ahead, 2026. We're in planning season, guys. I kind of start in October, and I usually bring you guys some thoughts around planning in November to get you all up and ready for the new year. Because, if you got a business, you want to plan it. Even if you're just planning your life. Today, we're going to talk about what you envision for yourself, what you envision for your business, and how are you laying out the groundwork. And that means you're going to talk about the emotional part, the money part.
Did you say the emotional part? Oh my gosh. Here we go. Let me get my tissue. Wait a minute.
Well, that's the part you kind of leave on the table and then you use it up later and you can't recoup yourself because now you're like scattered, your tears, you're on the ground because you didn't make room for it. You got to make room for it. You got to make room for it. Okay? Make room for it. So
you're right. I never make room for that part.
Scoop it out, have it there, have it for the unexpected. So we're gonna dive right in. So what have you envisioned for you? Like, and when I say this, I really mean from the time you get up in the morning. Like think about what time you go to bed now and what time you'd like to go to bed. Right? And write it down. Nobody's watching you and nobody cares. You be honest with you and write it down. Next, I want you to, if you're not doing it right now, I want you to set a plan in how you're going to get there. I don't want you rush there. I don't want you jump in. You're going to drown. Or at least you're going to be panting for breath. But if you go to bed, for example, around 11 at night, and you want to start going, 9 in the night, you need to 10:30, 10 o'clock, 9:30 to get you there. You want to close off your stuff by 9 o'clock if you're trying for 9:30, so that half an hour, or an hour, brush your teeth, read a book, something, do some breath work, something that gets you prepared for rest. Because rest comes before you sleep. And it's a good thing. My daughter had to go to a sleep clinic after a long ordeal, a year of, getting better, hospitalization, a whole bunch of things. And after that year, like sleeping was so hard for her that they recommended a sleep clinic. And so she would go sleep there on the weekends and they'll monitor her sleep patterns. Sometimes be there during the week because days of the week changes some sleep patterns for certain people. Something I didn't know. I learned about.
I know that.
I didn't know either until her, right? Like, so he did the weekend thing first and he says, let's see if leading up to the weekend, she gets anxious or anything like that. Then we did the first part of the week. So he had the whole week, but he divided it up at different times. And we would do the overnight. Sometimes it's 2 nights, sometimes it's 1 night. And we went for quite a couple of months doing this, taking a break, going back, taking a break, going back, because he wanted to see what was happening. And so she's able to do the first realm, but she wasn't doing the second and third well. And the third is where the deep sleep comes in and you really get rest.
And is that when the cells are regenerated at the
and all that good stuff is happening. Yeah, and she had suffered a lot of nerve damage, so we needed to get all that looked after, right? Your nerves can heal even though it can, but it might come back, right? But it'll come to a certain point. So nevertheless, we did a lot of trial, we did a lot of breaks and come back, and the third realm was hard for her. And so we started doing a lot of exercises and a lot of rest before sleep would happen. And her and I would share a room so that I can watch myself and he can see both things. And then she would have her own room and then I'll be myself to see if, because she was still a child at the time, to see what was happening and stuff. She wasn't 13 yet. She was 12, 11, 12, somewhere around there, getting into the preteen. So he's considering all that sort of hormonal stuff and stuff that could be happening. But
Mm-hmm.
nevertheless, to say, sleep is so important. We could see the difference when she had a good rest versus when she didn't have a good rest.
Wow.
Tells on the day. It's a thing. If you having trouble sleeping, you should go check that out. Get a specialist.
Now, we had a sleep study done on my 2-year-old grandson, and that was because of his breathing.
Yeah.
And so they wanted to see, was he resting properly through the night? But I was not aware that this could be hormonal or, different things that could cause it.
Yeah.
Different stages in life.
Yes.
I do know that sleep is imperative.
Very imperative. And so if you're an adult and you have always had trouble, you should go check out to see why.
Mm-hmm.
They hook you up and they monitor you and they help you. And the body can just be missing a vitamin. It could be missing some acid. Hers was, I can't remember the name right now, but that was the part that we produces that she wasn't producing that was causing the non-deep sleep. So you never know, right? It don't have to be something really bad. It's just that it's fixable. You can use natural things to fix it. That's what I like with the guy we were dealing with anyway. He was all about natural stuff, getting you, without medication. So yeah. So whatever you envision for yourself, if you envision that you finish working, you work for yourself and you work a certain time in the afternoon and you're finding that you're doing extra hours, it's not like you can't do it, but I want you to decide on a time and set the alarm and finish work. And if you're a person like to wear lounging wear, get into those, take a bath, whatever you need to do, and enjoy that 1 to 2 hour before dinner. Have your dinner. And if you needed to go back to work for, let's say, an hour or two, I want you to put that in your schedule, saying on Mondays and Wednesdays, I'll do an extra 2 hours of work, which means you are preparing yourself for it. So you're not doing it Monday to Friday. Now, if you're now starting out, I understand there's this need for the hustle and nothing is wrong with it, but you still need to know your time. We waste a lot of time in the time frame that we give ourselves, this extended time. I'm going to work all day for 14 hours. And truly, you might work 4 to 6 really diligent work. The rest is a lot of wasted time.
It truly is, because you're trying to pull up something and your capacity is just drained.
Yeah. So you don't need to do that. You need to understand that, hey, I'm going to do this business 5 to 6 days a week to begin with, but I'm really looking for a 4 or 5 day schedule. And what do I need to do for these 6 days so that I can condense it to this time? Because when a business is starting, there's all these things that you have to do. Make that whole gigantic list. It could be like 100 and 150 things. But once you put them in these sections, then it's not a lot. It just feels like a lot, but it's not a lot. If you got to register the business, take out a business bank account, understand what kind of assets are coming into the business, the liability into the business, insurance, get all that stuff done, right? There's a chunk of thing that you're looking at. And then you're looking at insurance and these other things done. Another portion, the hours you're going to work and what they're going to produce and how much money you want to pay yourself per hour to begin before you get into project base. And then all that stuff is done. So every time you're not going back, oh no, you're just done. You plan it. It's done. And so now you're just doing the gut of the business, whatever that is. If you're a service business, how do I onboard people? What is the first kind of conversations I'm having with them? What's the next 2 to 3 steps that I want to take? All that should be there, set out. Because when you do that, it's going to help you live a better life for yourself.
There you go.
You're not going to be hustling and bustling. I say this all the time. You got to go slow to get to go fast. You are not going quickly. When you are hustling, you're not going quickly. You're just messing around and just wasting time. You're just wasting a lot of time. Okay. So, and if you say, coach, I sew, I knit, I cook, I do hair, whatever it is you want to tell me that you do, that it doesn't work like how I'm telling you. Well, I'm just going to tell you right now, it's a lie, because you haven't figured out yet how to make it be what you want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
And I could tell you this because I did a lot of different jobs, a lot of different businesses. If you're a hairdresser and you decide I'm going to do hair 4 days a week, that's what you're going to do. You're
Mm-hmm.
not going to do 6. If you decide to do 6 with the idea that once you build up this nest egg, you're going to do 5, then that's what you do. I had a friend who used to do my hair, really, really great hairdresser. I remember she saying to me, Karen, I can't do 7 days a week. So I said, why are you doing that then? And she says, well, how else I'm going to eat and pay my bills? I'm like, well, let's sit down and talk about where you want to be and where you want to go. I wasn't even coaching them.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, but you know, when people call me up, I said, those people that's calling you up are not your clients any longer. But if you want to keep them, here's the schedule that they have to abide to. You don't work on Mondays. You work on Tuesdays to Saturdays. Monday and Sunday, you're off. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Good. And they can't come to you. She was working from home. I said, number 2, you're going to, I want to get a chair in the shop. Here the chair, here the time, here the hours you work in, and that's it. Now, when she first got the shop, she's like, but I'm not making as much. I said, you are going to make more at the shop, but you have to allow yourself to get there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I said, because the people who is coming to you at home is not paying you. So you and I talk about this. You weren't being paid. They would take things on credit and all kind of nonsense. And so it was hard for her as a business person to say no because she was a people pleaser.
Yes.
So I'm just telling you this to showcase how you can.
Mm-hmm.
If you make clothing, if you're a designer, you have your days that you're designing. And let me tell you, I'm going to tell you this right now. To be creative, sometimes when you set a day, you don't get it. So here's what you're going to do. Every single Monday and Wednesday, you're going to design something. I don't care if it's a skeleton, if it's a skirt, if it's a blouse, whatever you're designing, you're going to do it. And you're going to do it badly. And then over time, your brain is going to understand we're only designing on Monday and Wednesdays, and we're creating on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Mm-hmm. And we're not doing it all day. We're just doing it 3 to 4 hours because we need 2 hours for social media and another 2 hours for marketing because we're doing an 8-hour sprint. And that's what we're doing. And one day of that week is where we're going to think about the business. What is needed. We're going to think on the business. We can get all that nice stuff done. We're going to cry. We're going to be mad. And we're going to have time for it. Mm-hmm. And if we're having a day where we're supposed to design and it's really bad, we're going to leave everything alone. And we're going to go to the library, to the mall, watch a movie. We're just going to let that day be and not push and push. We're going to let that day be. And we're going to journal about why we allow that day to be. So the representative of what we're going to go back to when something occur that looks like that framework. Mm-hmm. And yes, all of this is in your plan, and you can do Notions, you can do Trello, you can do whatever you need to do. You can get all this mess out on a piece of paper, spread it out like you're going to, get paper and just write, just get everything out there and then categorize them and then go to Notions or Trello and put them in. And as they accomplish, move your cards around so you can see the accomplishment. And when you write things down, it happens, period. Mm-hmm. Maybe not in the timeline that you have it, but it happens. It happens. So you need to envision that. Okay. You need to know where that is going. And if you don't know, you can always reach out to me for us to have a powwow, if that's what you need to do. But you can go and start this process. No matter what's going on, no matter what AI is going on, you can go in and ask ChatGPT questions as well. If you really, really don't know. But I want to sit with you and think it through so that when you get to ChatGPT, you're able to ask better questions. That's why I want you to get this out of the way so that you'll get really better answers.
I think this is really an important conversation because for some reason, people think that AI is going to think for you. It's not going to think for you. It's just going to help you get your thoughts completed quicker, yes. your activities that you're thinking about. It's going to maybe make suggestions, but it needs you and your imagination, compassion, and creativity to function.
Yes. Yeah. That's what it needs. And so when now you're back and you're saying, okay, so I envision where I want to do, and how you envision your business running, like, be truthful with you. Don't let anybody come and hamper that. Say, I want to run a 6-person company, or I want to be just a 1-woman or man show, whichever it is. Put it down. understanding what you're going to have to do. I always tell people who say, I only want to work with myself. I say, I want you to consider this, working with yourself, but getting contractors, because you're going to burn you out if you do everything. Just facts. Okay. It's not like you cannot do it, but you're going to want people in there, or collaborators, or other business people that you mastermind with, because over time, that next person, rather than whole internet or everybody else, it's kind of hard to hear all those voices versus getting this, this tight group of people that you go to, or your contractor who can take this off your plate for a couple of days, or a VA, whatever that, that looks like for you. And you'll start seeing some growth within yourself. You're not on vacation with your iPad or laptop and can't get a break and say, well, I just came back from a vacation, but I went with my, it's not sexy anymore. I know people used to say it. I always say it was never sexy. Go and vacay. Do not carry the laptop.
Okay.
Go vacay. The brain, the body, every part of you needs it. Every part of you needs to go rest. Going back to the sleep clinic, that doctor we had, he said that. He says, Mrs. Singh, I'm going on vacation, and there's a doctor, you can wait till I come back, or there's a doctor that's going to step in for the next 3 weeks, because I'm taking no calls. My wife says I'll get divorce paper if I take one call. He said, and I'm listening to her this time, because at my age, I don't want a new wife.
Okay, all right.
And so we opted to wait till he came back for the 3 weeks, because he was a really good doctor. So he went and had his vacay. Have your vacay. Enjoy it.
And you never know what you're really saving when you take that vacation. You could be saving your life, because you need to de-stress.
Yes.
Avoid a stroke. And you just need, because stress causes disease.
Yes. My doctor said, she says, Caren, 99.9% of the things we all suffer with is from stress. We body got so overworked, and we're so into whatever is going on, and it doesn't start big. It's little. It creeps up so tiny, like a grain of sand. And by the time you get to the doctors and they start doing the tests and stuff, it's been developing for a while, because you've been stressing. I mean, I could put up my hand. She said to me, my iron used to be low, and she did some blood work and sent to get it tested. And she says, this is no coincidence, Caren. I end up having them test your thyroids when that was not even on the radar for us. Like, it was just my blood work. And she says, why did I take that off? But anytime something happened, it's because God is pointing a finger and say, hey, go check this, see what's going on with that girl. And I went in to see her just regularly, and she goes, I got some news for you. They're bad, but they're good. You're borderline, and you can either end up in pills or not. Here's what we're going to do. If you promise to de-stress, I'm going to give you some exercises for the next 6 weeks, you wouldn't need any medication.
I love it.
Never had to get it.
Wow.
Same with my cholesterol. I went once, it was high, and she's like, when you start the pills, it's hard to get off. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this bean. We're going to soak it overnight. I can't remember the name of it. You're going to drink it for 3 weeks, come back, get my cholesterol checked. Nothing. She was that kind of a doctor. I was so sad when she retired. When she sent me the news, I'm like, Dr. Davy, I'm like, I know you get old. I understand, but it's hard.
Yes.
She's so caring. She was so caring, such a caring woman. So I just missed her. But guys, you need that time. You need that detox time. You need that relaxation. Get a book. You need to read. You need to just allow what's happening right now happen right now. And when your heart starts skipping a beat and you feel hurried up, I want you to say this. Nothing that I need to do is that urgent.
Okay.
A glass of water, and I'll take 5 minutes. That's it. Nothing is that important for me to be hurried up. I'll take a glass of water. I'll take 5 minutes. A drink of water. I'll take 5 minutes. And I'll rest for 10. Whichever one sounds better, do it. And when you do it, initially it's going to be hard, but eventually it's going to be so easy. It's going to be your go-to place. So you can just get through that moment of that that harassment that you're harassing your body with. Okay, so I
So
really
you're
want.
saying what? Nothing is that important to me to hurry?
Yes,
Okay.
nothing is that important for me to feel hurried up.
Okay.
Nothing.
So then, because you know something, I would tell my children when they were learning to drive, and you know they give themselves 5 seconds to get to their destination,
Yes.
and I would say, you know, if you don't get there, you will be late. You'll be the late, uh, daughter of Terralina.
Yes.
You know, you have passed, and
Yes.
so nothing is that important that you need to speed,
Yeah.
because if you don't get there, you will be late.
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
Mhm.
So make sure you do that. And how are you laying out the groundwork? Like I skipped over that a little bit, skim over that a little bit when I start talking, but how are you laying out the groundwork for yourself and your business? And this is important groundwork. When you see somebody says, my business don't take any time, I'm getting this done on time, not the fabricators, but the people who actually doing business, and they're saying this to you, it's because they have laid out the groundwork. A friend and a colleague of mine in the cleaning business world, he put it up the other day on Facebook. He's like, his friends say, I run a big company and I'm not stressed. I just purchased a smaller company and I'm so stressed. What is this? Why am I working so extra hard? And
Mm.
he was asking the question. He said, because the guy keeps saying that. I says that's because whoever he bought it from didn't have it systematized, and they were working like crazy because they think they had to. But the big company, he's got system in place. He believes in the people he hire. He know everybody knows what happened when they don't do certain things, and they're
Mm.
compliant. If not, they wouldn't have a job. And then it goes on. So you open this business. Yes, it was crazy to begin with. You learn a few things I just talk about. You learn that once you register the business, at least in Canada, it's every 5 years, so there's nothing to do. The date is there. When the 5 years coming up, you do it. If you're doing GST or PST, whatever, it's quarterly, however you decide to set it up. Your bank account, you keep a running understanding of it until you can afford a bookkeeper, get an accountant, have, those people in place, and you get them in the stages that you need them. And then you get a manager as soon as you understand how your business work, and you get the manager work along with you to take over from you. And then you get to hire in more and more people, if that's the model you're going after. But it's a good model because that's how you build your business. So that's why it's a good model to go after. But you got to learn your business. Now, if you bought a business, you want to buy it from whomever will come on board and stay with you to 6 to 9 months to show you the ropes, how they run it, and then you can tweak it to suit yourself. So we're always saying to him, he gotta he gotta go learn the business, because it's something different from what he does from his cleaning company. And then once he learned the business, then his manager is the right person to come in and get a little glimpse and let her recommend another manager, because he trusts her and she's been with him for 15 years, and let her help him get somebody that she doesn't mind training and pay her well to do it. Period. Key.
So you're saying learn the business, then build capacity
Mm-hmm.
within the business because you know what you're talking about now.
Uh-huh. Yep.
And if you don't know the business, maybe you should talk to the workers who are running the business.
If you're buying ones that have employees, well,
Yes,
yes, yes. And
because
you're gonna find out who's the good people very quickly.
yeah,
It's not hard.
yes, and you're going to find out what's really where the potholes are.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Yeah.
Because they know, I suggested this 5 years ago that we, do such and such, and it's going to save us money. It's going to save us time. Each time they start talking about saving time and money,
They're gonna listen. And they're glad that they get a chance to talk to you. I went and worked once in a warehouse a time. I moved in a new area, and I'm like, okay, I need some monies while my business starting to grow. And
mhm,
it was a crazy show. And I told the supervisor, I said to him, I said, this is just crazy. You're just wasting a whole bunch of time over here, over there, and over here. Like, decide where you want me to be, but I'm not going to run at all 3 stations. He
uh,
goes, no, I tell you where to go and you go. I said, no, not me. I don't know who you're telling me where to go, but I'm not going 3 stations. You tell me where to go, and I'll go learn. And I don't mind because I don't know, but I'm not running to 3 stations. I promise you. And I had on my watch at the end of the shift. I said, this is how much time you wasted with people going to 3 stations. I didn't do it because I refused to. But and one of the managers will pass and he goes, for years, I've been telling him he's doing it wrong. Finally, somebody else understood and just walked away. So I said to the guy, could I work on your shift? Because I didn't like what was happening. But we end up starting it out. He ended up thanking me and we went for it. I think I only lasted like 2 weeks. The place was a mess. It needs so many things getting organized. And I had, again, talking about business starting up and moving to a new area, I had built my clientele. I go quiet and easy. I'm like, I need to get 6 people. And this is the monies they're going to pay me. And once I get 6 people, I don't need to be here. And as soon as I get the 6 people, I'm gone. And it didn't take the 2 weeks. I get the 6 people and then I start building from there. And that's what you want to do with this plan that we're talking about. Next week, we're going to talk about what to expect quarterly, because once you set ahead, once you envision what you want for you, because this is for you before the clients. If you don't know what you want, you can't help or give the client anything. So stop saying the client first. You is first, period. Right?
I love that. Because it's so true. We think we're putting the client first, but if you don't know what you're delivering,
what are you doing?
How you're delivering it, how can you serve people?
Right. And then are you envision for your business and then lay out all the groundwork? Meaning the full year, and it could be messy because remember, we're going to go in and do it quarterly. We're going to go and do it monthly, weekly, bi-weekly, daily. That's how when you set out your year, that's how you get your daily routine. Once that is in place, now you can go do your 5-year. If people want to say get your 5 and 5 year or whatever, but to get to your 5 year, I want you to understand what's happening in your first year. Because 5 years ahead feel nice and wonderful because you're not touching it yet. But if you do a year and you could see what's happening and you plan after that your 5 year, you get to self-correct in year 2 and 3. And you will get to 5 year.
I love it. Well, Coach, I think we talked about some things that are well stated. Hey, get some rest, people.
Please.
I think that was the priority today. Get some rest. Figure out how to adjust your schedule so that you rest well. And if you're not resting well, what should they do, Coach?
Whatever you're hurrying up to do, it could wait. It really could wait. I want you to sit down, drink a glass of water. Just take 10 minutes. Just take 10 minutes. And ask yourself those questions, Caren, what do I want? What do I want now? Could I go get up and get it? Yes. Do I want to? No. I want to rest it out. And don't jump up and do it. Put the timer on for 10 minutes and do it. Read, meditate, or just sit quietly. Just quiet your mind.
Wow. Well, Coach, sometimes the simplest things are the things we overlook. And because they're free, we think they're not valuable. But when you reduce your stress level, you really are saving time, money, and energy.
Yes.
And your future.
Yes.
So, Coach, it's my understanding you have a new YouTube channel. Is that correct?
I do. I
can share that on the screen.
Yes.
How's that look? Do I have it?
Yes, beautiful. Yep.
Tell us a little bit about your website. About your YouTube channel.
The channel is really going to feature the things that we have in our gift shop, the vlogs that happen every day, a little bit of coaching, and money mindset, all that wonderful stuff, and how you keep being profitable in business. Right now, there's just a few videos up at present, but we're working hard on bringing you more videos on a regular schedule. So, yeah, I got one going to be going up later today.
We want everybody to subscribe, and the name of the channel is
Coach Caren. Fern. Subscribe, share, comment. Let's have a dialogue going.
I thought I was subscribed. I subscribed. I am now.
Yeah. Yes, Terry.
Yeah. And so we want all the biz chicks to go over there and subscribe to
Yes.
Coach Karen's channel. You've always got exciting things going on, Coach. And so we really appreciate what you do. And we want to thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
Guys, if you're looking to become a part of the Biz Chicks community, you can simply text Biz to 33777, or you can go to bizchicks.net. We have a brand new website, Coach. We're excited about that. In fact, maybe I'll just go there. Let's see. We can't go to bizchicks.net and
Let's
tell
see it.
you guys a little bit of the channel. Here we go. Let's see. Let me share the screen. And can you guys see that?
Yes. Welcome to the Biz Chicks. .net. Yes.
And we started this channel because we were tired of convoluted crap. We wanted people to be able to enjoy learning and how to do business and how to do business better. So also we'd like for you to join our community over there, where we're going to be sharing workshops. And also, look there, you can see Coach Karen's replay right here on bizchicks.net. Yes, indeed. We also have a couple of digital coaches. But before we talk about that, we got boot camp coming up for November, which is a 4-hour hands-on workshop on how to do AI for your business. Also, we have a course there that you may want to take. Here are our digital coaches, Sarah, Winnie, and B. We got a book writing coach, a finance coach, and a marketing coach.
Very nice.
And some community resources. And we just love for you to just come over. We've also got our virtual assistant over there answering frequently asked questions. And we want you to know that we are enjoying sharing this website with you. Go on over, check it out. Also, you can see the replay on our YouTube channel, bizchicks.live.
Yeah.
So
nice.
Thank you so much. But Coach, we want to thank you because, when you come in here, the practical things that we can learn from you. And guys, don't overlook these things. Coach Karen's got years of experience in the world of business. She knows, okay? Not only that, she's raised successful children. She's raising grandchildren. She's a caregiver. She is a wife and a mother. I mean, that is a wealth of wisdom. I think a lot of times people take those things for granted, but we do accrue some wisdom as we
Exactly.
these phases.
Yes.
So we want to remind you, it's okay to make money in your business.
In your business, yes.
So go to the front of your own line. Have a great day, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for tuning in today. We trust you've learned something to help you build a more profitable business and take the hassle out of your hustle. See you next time.